Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of The Logical Extremes. I'm Steff.
And I'm Shay.
And everybody wants to know why we have so much to talk about.
Well, I think one of the things that we try to do is have new experiences together so that, we're not telling the same stories over and over and over again.
That's right. I mean, after being together for almost 20 years, which is insane to think about, after being together for almost 20 years, we have pretty much heard everything there is, like all the stories that we've had to tell.
Right.
We know each other about each other's families, about where we're from, our friends, our childhood,
likes and dislikes,
favorite
and
colors, hobbies.
So,
we know all of that stuff already.
If we want to have some other more interesting things to talk about, we can make new memories together, and that gives us new topics of conversation.
Yeah. One of the things that we still talk about to this day, on our 5th anniversary, we went to Chicago for an entire weekend. We just planned like a bunch of different things to do together.
Well, actually, you planned it and surprised me with it. So Steff made a scrapbook and presented it to me on our 5th wedding anniversary. And it detailed a trip to Chicago that he had planned for us for the weekend. We actually didn't take the trip until a couple of months.
Yeah, it was actually the July 4th weekend we actually went. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was a little bit of an adventure for us.
Right. At the time, we were, let's just say, stretching our money as far as to its limit. And so, but I wanted this trip to be really nice. So I kind of splurged a little bit, and we planned to stay at a hotel right in downtown Chicago. And then we ate at this really, really fancy restaurant at the top of, I believe it was the John Hancock building.
Right.
We ate at this really fancy restaurant,
which we really couldn't afford.
I think we got the bill back, and it was
like all the money.
It was all the money we had in our account. And that was the first thing we did that weekend.
Right.
So we weren't sure how we were going to make the rest of the weekend work.
We didn't know about the tolls on the way to Chicago.
We didn't know about all those tolls.
We didn't have enough change.
Yes, the tolls in Chicago. I don't know about all you people who live in Chicago. You know better than we do. But there's a lot of tolls where you have to actually use change.
Right. Like
exact change. And we didn't have any change.
Ahead.
So we definitely drove through at least one toll without paying.
But we got the bill on the back end.
We got the bill on the back end. So
anyway, we got to do a whole bunch of different things that we had never done before together. Mm-hmm. We went to an amusement park. We went to Second City.
We saw Second City. We saw an improv comedy show.
Right. We went to an amusement park. We went to a water park. Mm-hmm. We went to a wrestling show. And so when we got back from that weekend, which was a lot of fun and very eventful because we had to be a little creative about how we went about doing things like meals and stuff like that. It was a great way for us to have new topics of conversation because we were having adventures together.
And even after the trip, we had more to talk about because a couple of years later, our house got broken into and the crooks stole all of our technology. And all of our technology is what had our pictures from that trip. Mm-hmm. It was on our computers, on our cameras. This was 2008, so cell phones weren't as smart.
They weren't as intelligent.
So we actually lost all the pictures from that trip. Right. And while, yes, at the time it was devastating, and even today it's still it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts. It does hurt. But it's still another part of the adventure that we talk about, and we look back and we're sad about it, but we laugh about it, and it just gives us things to talk about. So
we try to do that now, and we try to come up with things that we've never done before. Sometimes it takes going to a city's website and saying, okay, so what are things that you can do here, and looking even where we live now. We haven't exhausted everything where we live now.
Yeah.
And so we try to be a little creative and
find new things, new experiences, give you new things to talk about.
Exactly.
So we always have a lot to talk about.
That's true.
Because we're very, very chatty, as you can see. We like to talk a lot. That's it for this episode of Logical Extremes.
So why don't you tell us what kind of things you do to
spark conversation and to keep the dialogue going between you and your spouse.
Right.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Like and share our video. Leave a comment on Facebook or YouTube. And I think that's all for today.
I think that's all.
I'm Steff.
And I'm Shay.
Have a fabulous day.